Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's check it out what we got in front of us right now. We have a 143 scale resin model Mitsubishi Airtrek Turbo R. Now, this is a 2002 model. Now, this car it may look familiar, but you may say it doesn't fully look the way I remember seeing them. And this is because this model in other parts of the world were called Outlander. And it was called also Outlander Sport. Yeah, Outlander was the name that a lot of countries around the world will probably recognize it. And some countries may even call them Mitsubishi. I think it's so. Well, let's call them the Outlander was mostly the one that we all familiar with. Another thing that I'm not familiar with this car, I do remember this model, but I did not remember seeing them in that front end. And that is because this model, I think that front end was in Japan. But the rest of the world, or at least in North America, I recognize it with a different front end. So, it's there, but you know what? I think I like this front end a little bit more than the one that we all familiar with. Not a bad looking one. It's the racing model too. Anytime you see a turbo R or turbo this, you know that's the fastest one in the group. This is the first generation of the Outlander or the Airtrek, however you want to call it. This was the 2001 all the way down to 2006. Well, actually, the Airtrek was all the way 2008. I guess in Japan they extended this model a little longer. But going back to their history, this model then had another successor, which was the in 2006, second generation, then 2013 and 2012 was the third generation, and then the 2021 was the fourth generation. These cars were compact, they were on the smaller size, especially for North America, comparing other models. All of them were four cylinders, no six cylinders here. 2.0, 2.4, 2.0, like I said, 2.4 again. They came regular engine or turbo in a 5-speed manual for and a 4-speed or 5-speed automatic. So basically, very car from the early 2000s when they were trying to, from a 4-speed automatic, they were trying to pull out a 5-speed automatic in some of these cars. So that's very typical in the early 2000s. Very cute car. I still see them quite a few on the road. So, a lot of people criticize Mitsubishi. Oh, it's not as good as Toyota or Honda, blah, blah, blah. But if you look on the roads, you still see these old Mitsubishis around. It's just that I think Mitsubishi is very underrated. It's a brand like Suzuki was also when we still had Suzuki in North America was very underrated. But Suzuki had a different issue. Suzuki was a bit more. They wanted to be only with the small cars, and when they pulled out a mid-sized car, just giving a very brief story, when Suzuki came out with the Kisashi, which was a mid-sized car, it was already too late. It was too late. Their market share was very low. They were not selling many cars, and they got into the ball game very late, and they were disqualified, unfortunately, meaning they were no longer sold in USA and Canada for a very long time already. I will say probably over 15 years. No, no, I'm exaggerating. Over 11, 12 years. Let's put it like that. All right, guys. So I'm going to let this car go around a few times, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys. What do you guys think about this car? I was looking at it as it goes around. I find it very cute. I like the racy hood that has like the airflow in the center. It gave her that meaner look. That we did not have this meaner look, like I wanted to say, in the States. We had only the regular Outlander forward slash Airtrek, but we did not have this one. I wish we had this one also because the front end of this car I think is a lot better looking than the one that we had in North America. I find it more modern, that bigger grille, that quad headlight. I don't know, it's just it makes it look more racy. I guess they didn't want to pull customers out from the racing um what was it called? The Mitsubishi Mirage, no, not the Lancer, Mitsubishi Lancer Evo, and then you want to pull out customers from that model to this model, even though it has nothing to do. One looks like a minivan or station wagon, the other one looks like a sedan, but still, like I said, Mitsubishi never had a super big group of people buying them here in the States, so they want to be more careful what they sell because it could be a big flop and just be a waste of money. But this model actually is sold pretty good in the United States. At least I can talk about the United States. They were pretty good. They were good sellers. I mean, not the greatest, not huge numbers, but you saw them, a lot of them on the streets back in the days. I would say quite a few. Probably one of the best sellers for Mitsubishi back in the early 2000s, probably. All right, guys, don't forget to give me a beautiful thumbs up. I always appreciate. Shows me that you're enjoying this video as much as I'm enjoying making them. Don't forget to click and subscribe. And the bell next to the subscribe button will remind you when I'm posting more videos. And also comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Before I forget, and I did not mention this at the front of the video. Oh, I did actually, but I want to repeat myself. This is not a diecast. This is a resin model. I wasn't sure if I said it before. That's why I want to make sure I tell you guys. And it's made by High Story. Really good brand. They make quite nice resin models, especially Japanese models. All right, guys, take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.